I better be fucking muted. God damn it. Well, that's a fun intro. Oh, I don't even have the switch on. This is a mess. Okay. I guess we're doing this now. Hi. Hello. I usually use this time while the stream startup thing is going to set up literally everything, because I like putting stuff off to the last minute. Now you just got to hear, refreshing from a Snapcube stream clip compilation. Oh my fucking god. Well, that's fun. Hi. Give me 1 minute, please. I still have to send out the Twitter bit. I have to set up the stream layout. Oh my god. Refreshing. Oh my god. How are y'all doing? I can't see chat, so I'm just gonna assume you're answering. Oh no, you're getting a divorce. What a fucking way to start the day. Alright, that's Twitter sorted. No longer need this open. Have this popped out here. Mic repositioned. Stream is recording. Rearrange entire desk briefly. Right, actually I have to turn the switch on. You guys have just been sitting here in silence. Oh, dear God. Oh, that's both tragic and hilarious. Shoo. Oh, I still have to... Oh, a system update? Why not? This stream's already a big enough mess as is. Now we just need to wait for the system to restart. I didn't even have the game open for you guys to listen to music. Fuck. Nah, I've had worse days. Just a moment. It'll be up and running in a second. Hey, we're live. Bring it out. Where are you? There you are, you bitch. Right. I forgot that, What do you mean unable to verify members? It doesn't matter. It's fine. I hope. This better not be an absolute crisis for me in the future. Because if it is, I'm in trouble. Should still have my save data, though. Yeah, okay. Hey! What if I turn off the recording and then just start it here? Yeah, I'm tempted to fuck with YouTube like that, because that's funny. Or I'm just setting myself up to look like an asshole if I don't change it. Ah well. Welcome to Justice for All. It's been a minute. Hi. Hello. Oh my god. Give me a second. Okay, I think I'm awake now. Now, I think this one. They're all the same, but this one's the latest in the time. Oh? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, not this again. How did I get into this mess? Phoenix Wright! That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright! I diagnose you with gay and send you to gay baby jail! I cannot allow you to go on like this! You gotta make up with your boyfriend, Phoenix Wright! Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title! You're no longer Ace Attorney! You are Gay Attorney! This is gonna be a fun stream, isn't it? I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny.
Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Yeah, this is one of the hypest finales the entire series has, in my opinion. It's so good. It's such good energy, and the whole situation is such a good moral conflict. I love it. Oh, that's familiar. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. On guard, okay. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Yeah, that's right. I'm this big an asshole. I'll talk into the phone just so I don't have to look you in the eye like the slime bag I am. This wine glass is full of orange juice and the exact same size as my head. That is a huge wine glass. Dude, you good? I drink my sanity away. It's why I'm such an asshole. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Now listen up! You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever!
Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it. Please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Nuclear fallout has begun, Mia. All of humanity is doomed. Except for one place, in the spear of justice. The sound of hope. Oh, said a curse on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. Jeez, pal. You're really mean, pal. You hurt my feelings here. Ah! Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you? Hey, let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. It's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. I've seen your brains. They're fucking incredible. Now go prove it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Beep. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. God fucking damn it. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Really laying it on thick today, huh, Mia? Listen, okay, I only get to be alive like 3 days out of the year. Let me have this. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Alright, let's see if we can do all of this today, because I believe there are 3 segments to this final day in court. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Hungard. How old are you?
He's 21 and a piece of shit. No one will mind. Alright, I know what I'm doing when this case is over. Anyways, nothing. I'm not draining you.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Really, Edgeworth, you need to fucking show me up on this? Fucking... I'm more ready than you are, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah? Well, I was ready for you to be ready. Haha! I was ready for that! Oh no!
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in my favorite movie, Murder Amidst Man and Monster.
What? Judge, no. She hires stars. She isn't... You know, it's fine. It's fine.
That is to say, is she really going to marry that man after what he did?
Judge, it's just a movie. Fuck. Oh, God. I'm feeling giggly today, chat. There's probably going to be a lot of stupidity.
Is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ongar, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
And you're saying she is guilty after all?
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What is that? Looks like a shell. Seashells on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall. Due to the laws of supply and... Okay, Judge, it's enough. No one wants to buy shells. There's loads on the set. Stop it. Step 1.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin? Assassin, you say?
Yes, Ron Coroner was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ongard.
What a surprising turn of events.
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. After all, I believe the name of this game in Japan is Turnabout Trial. Or something like that. Every case has Turnabout in its title. You should be expected of it by now. Expected of it? I don't know what I'm saying. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. It's a little bit depressing.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. Even though I'm bigger than pretty much every single gorilla on the planet put together.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ongard's room. Ongard? Really? Fucking hell.
Okay, sure. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. I was looking for Froggy. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Still haven't found Froggy, by the way. Hey, Mr. Wright, you look kinda like a frog sometimes. And then there's that lady you know with the meatball head. She always looks like a frog. You know where she went?
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony, except for the multiple references to a frog that does not seem to exist in the evidence list. I mean, the last time there was an animal involved in the case, we got it to at least testify.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Hongard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy...
What are you implying?
Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Visit to Matt's room. Okay, what I want to know is, was he in the entire outfit? Are you sure that was Matt on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And? What was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room? Okay, let's get that first one, because I'm pretty sure we have to press everything. The defendant's room. Why'd you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. Although he doesn't really remember my name. He just calls me Mr. Willpower, not Powers. It feels like it's a joke, but it's not very funny.
What's wrong? Why did you stop?
Mr. Wright!
What is it?
You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. I've only got so many brain cells. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
Sorry, I don't want to go to jail again. I can't hold the soap very well.
I'm sorry.
So, you went to the defendant's room, and then?
Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Since you're trying to get a guilty man innocent? Mr. Wright?
Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy.
We checked that one, not this one. At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
I'm just going to have to wait patiently on this one.
Fuck. Ah.
Oh, right in the funny bone.
Ah. Fucking hell, this desk.
Watched two of them for a while, then I gave up and went back. I'll be fine in a couple of minutes. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
So, okay, we know that the bellboy was Shelly the killer. He's the one who kidnapped Maya. We, the people, know that. And Edgeworth seems to be in on it too. How do we get Phoenix to know that for certain? Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. You might not think that's weird, but he's a major asshole.
A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So, how long did you watch the two of them?
No more than a minute or two, I think. My eyes suddenly crossed over on themselves, and all my vision went fuzzy. Like a cat! And like the rest of my face.
So who are these guests you're talking about? Phoenix. Phoenix, you dumb, stupid man. Oh, goddammit. One input too many.
You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Wait, so this is it? So I have to somehow disprove what he's seen. I guess? Oh, wait a minute! When did we get this? Will! Was this the man you saw? The witness's statement is clearly faulty. Damn it. I should probably save now. Before it gets worse. Okay, so we pressed everything. So we clearly have to present something. I had gas with him, two of them for a while, then I gave up and went back. Thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? I think it was normal. Still doesn't remember why. Oh, wait! I see. I guess that triggered it. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated. There we go, okay.
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Tut tut tut.
He looks so, like, very slightly annoyed right now, like...
I come all the way down to court on my day off, and I'm putting up with this guy. I should be out looking for Froggy! Oh, yeah, that's it! Froggy! He's the one who did it!
It looks like Hulk. If Hulk was a regular person, why are you right? He looks like a hybrid between Professor Hulk and Wolverine. Without the mask.
Oh, yeah, that's it! You really know your job!
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor?
This bellboy. He wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Not the one about me confessing all of my love to someone I never met?
When was that?
Nothing!
That gave the bellboy a tip. Okay, what's so weird about that? So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Maybe if you said literally anything about what was going on.
Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments. Bellboy's face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
Ahem! Excuse me? Fucking excuse me? Wait, you thought he was young, then he wasn't. Could it have been that guy from a week? Nothing. Definitely wasn't like someone I drained of their youth a week ago. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. Shut up, boomer.
No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
A line of stitches?
Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Like someone sliced his face open down the middle, anime style, but he still survived. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
Jesus!
Ah! He was there. At On Guard's house. Don't worry, cool, I see you. He was there at On Guard's house. He was that butler!
What is it, Mr. Wright? Anything you would like to share with the class?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Are you passing notes?
He just comes over to Phoenix's desk and sees like a little note that says, "I love you, Edgeworth. I'm sorry for being an ass." So that means On Guard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, On Guard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief!
You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What'd you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing.
It's the dude literally did kill. Yeah, Shelly the killer. And, this is his calling card. Oh my god. It's dumb, but the tension in this case is so good. Our client hired the assassin, but the assassin has Maya hostage, so we're currently trying to stall for time until a rescue team can save her so we can let him be declared guilty.
We're just going around and around in circles. Round and round and round and round. Swirling and twirling right into the ground.
Judge, you good?
I'm fine. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
Any idea I can fix the blue screen? Dude, I am not the person you want to ask for tech tips. Did you see the mess that was starting up my fucking... my stream today? Oh my god. I watched two of them for a while, then I gave up and went back. Okay, so he gave the bellboy a tip. Tell me about the tip itself. Okay. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. Much like the fat rolls on my back.
I genuinely don't know where that one came from, but I'm rolling with it.
A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting.
Okay, how much... Okay. Assuming that this is set in America, which I believe it is for the English version, the best it could be is $100 bills. A large roll would probably be, at most, like $10,000. Is Mr. the Killer really fucking doing all of this for 10K? That... I mean, it's a bargain, but I wouldn't really say that that's much of a bargain for an assassin. It's not like freaking five-finger discount, you know?
That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Oh, maybe it was like a down payment or something. Judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection. We need to drag this shit out. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid. What? Phoenix, what the fuck do you mean? Do you not understand how being a lawyer works? What? You should be making, like, briefcases of cash. Dude. And he's a law student, not an economical student.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corda.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the Killer?
He's the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person... Fuck. Pardon me, Your Honor, I'm having a stroke. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really?
What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head, and I think I just figured something out.
Was he born with that name? Who, Shelley? Yeah. The Killer family is a 3-generation line of assassins, and he is the latest.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away.
The second time.
The second time was 8:45. The first time was 8:44. Time began spinning in an everlasting spiral, but we know that it started at exactly 8:44, specifically in the evening, not the afternoon. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. I was going to go fishing for Froggy. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it.
Isn't there a person that writes everything that happens during the trial? There is, and I'm pretty sure... I'm not sure who it is, but I'm confident that it might actually be a character we've encountered. I would not be surprised if, like... What if it's like Manfred von Karma doing community service? Oh, that'd be funny.
You thought you could escape me, Phoenix Wright, but here I am, clicking away on my keys.
I mean
what? Thank you very much. This is all we need for now.
Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. If that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Fuck you, Edgeworth.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Have you not noticed? He's been here the whole time. Oh yeah, you haven't been here for the past few episodes. Yeah, Edgeworth's back. Also, Francisca's been shot. You've missed a lot. Oh, it was a joke. Okay. This is no laughing matter. What do you mean by I mean? Oh, got cut off. What? You can't give in yet. You want to prolong this trial for as long as possible. Pull some cheap tricks on this one. And what time was it?
Well, I don't remember. It may not have even been at the time of the murder, making my entire testimony completely pointless. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m. that night, right? I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back.
So when was the victim murdered? 8:15. So he may have gone there before he died. It's entirely possible.
And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time?
Aha!
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
That's a pretty good testimony for a guy who didn't have a watch on him and went to the bathroom.
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Okay, so he said it was at 8:10. We know that the victim was not dead yet. What happened to Edgeworth after the trial? He was proven innocent, but he left prosecution for a year and went on like a soul-searching journey, and now he understands, hey, maybe I shouldn't be faking guilty verdicts in court, and I should just figure out the truth. So now he's kind of on our side, but our side is just straight up justice, and it's about time that started happening, but still, it's a cool approach. Can I go to the bathroom? Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
How could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform, after all. Yeah, but not all of them have a bunch of stitches down the middle of their face, for fuck's sake.
But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt.
So which room did the bellboy come out of? I like how when you press, it's like a completely separate section of dialogue, but it still funnels the conversation back to lining up with the next one. Like, if you look at all the dialogue in a row, it looks like he says one line, and they always ask the question. And he just continues on. The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am. However, Edgeworth can, as he's currently the one doing it. Let's continue the testimony, shall we? No, that's the exact opposite of what he's actually doing. He's genuinely here to find the truth, even to his own detriment. It's just that this time, the truth is actually us losing, which is a very cool twist for this series. So what exactly was so out of place about him? I am panicking. Look at my eyes. They are like bullseye targets. Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next?
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray, either. You'd call that a little strange, too, wouldn't you?
Not if he just delivered something. I agree that the tomato juice! really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy, especially if he's leaving the room.
But there really, really is.
There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Yes, there is, you dumbass! Your Honor, I ask the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
It was kind of strange that the bellboy had come out of a guest room empty-handed. But looking at the crime scene... Where is it? Yeah, we know... And there's even the tray left behind. We know that tomato juice was delivered here, along with a glass. So the bellboy probably delivered that. But I'll press the rest, just in case. Please don't be so quick to judge.
But it's kind of a Powers family thing. We're all the same kind of stupid. Me, the other me, the other me. Think of every person as a thief.
Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. Okay. Same thing she said before. Okay, so we want to prove that it was the juice that he left behind. And I think the best way with that is either the crime scene photo or the juice itself. I think this is it. Yes! Okay! Mr. Powers.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
So? A baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Racist!
Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene.
There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corda's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here... Sorry, I forgot this isn't no comedy. I can actually speed up text. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corda's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corda was already dead at the time? You literally can't! Because he was there at like 8:10 and the victim died 5 minutes after that. Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route. Death!
I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
Sorry, wrong voice.
Is there? Sorry, I'm feeling older all of a sudden. It's like all my life is just slowly getting sucked out. How old am I again? I think I was 24 in the last game. I'm still 24. Definitely still 24. I'm sure.
He has no idea.
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? Huh? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. He must be a murderer.
Gloves.
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
That is the most circumstantial bullshit testimony I think I have seen yet. Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Where are they? Are they on sale? Look at my robe. It would match perfectly with that.
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious for wearing gloves. Phoenix. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. Because they were dark colored, they must be evil.
The sketchiest gloves on earth. It's gloves! Just because he's stylish doesn't mean that he's fucking evil. And now that I'm saying this, I think every single person we've seen wearing gloves has been a murderer. I remember D. Vasquez. I remember that. No, I think that's it, really. Max had gloves. He wasn't the killer. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious? Sports are sketchy as fuck. That man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Oh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
There's more? Oh, right, there's more.
The rest? Oh, yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
His fucking smile.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
Gave him something. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room?
Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident.
Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now he is cool as fuck. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so how do we tear this one apart? Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? Motherfucker, what'd you just say to me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
And I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye to sort of sneaky spy, like.
I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old.
Oh, wait, gotta press.
Pressure! Pushing down on me, pushing down on you. No man asked for.
I said, hold it! Along with several other key voice lines that imply it's my turn to speak.
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
Should probably ask him only one question at a time. Don't ask anything. Bamboozled. You've been fooled. Nah. Ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm?
And you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
Well,
He was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say.
And then? What did the bellboy do after that? Sorry, I kind of lost track of everything that was happening for a second.
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Hold on, I'm pressing that again. Where was it? Right, so we asked about the person, so what did they give? They gave something to this person?
Yeah!
And what was this something?
You fool, Phoenix, right? You've fallen right into my trap. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it something, would I?
I mean, that makes sense.
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kinda small.
I'd like to summarize testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yeah, yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
There's no stairs next to where the judge is standing. He's just 10 feet tall.
How do you think I drained the youth out of him? I gotta be huge to restrain him like that.
Let's see. I think it was... no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
I could say, I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Would this by any chance be it? Wait, no! That just admitted that it's an on-guard's mansion. Shit! Oops. Didn't think that one through. What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw... was it this item? Ooh, musical sting.
Oh, hey! That's it! That's the something! Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this at Matt on God's mansion.
At the defendant's house?
Fuck. Excellent work, Mr. Wright.
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corda in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Ongod's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt on guard is the killer's client. Fuck.
Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Like, holy shit, dude, you are having a rough time this playthrough. Stuck with clowns, your best friend gets framed for murder. You get conked over the head and have amnesia in the middle of court. Like, dude, you good? What do you mean I sound like a parrot? Oh shit, I may have drained the life from that parrot from the last game. Nothing! I didn't do that. I definitely didn't.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. Yeah, like the fact that Adrian busted in there. Oh no, we did kind of cover that and she confessed to everything. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The bear itself. Yeah, what the fuck is with this thing? It's all sliced up. Why? Wait, this is made out of wood. That's not plush. That's... At first I thought maybe it was stitches, but no. Why? 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 It's like a Rubik's Cube. Kinda. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. Yeah, why would he take it from the crime scene?
The bear, Mr. Wright?
This was found at Mr. Engard's mansion. However, Mr. Engard was arrested at the hotel that night. Wait a minute, yeah, he's right. How did the bear get there? Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh! I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engard who took this bear to his mansion. That's actually a fantastic point.
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. Good on you, boy. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Disaster averted. It look... Or not. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engard's mansion. You have this area completely surrounded. There was no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, used a killer. The killer and Engard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engard Mansion as its butler. But he handed it off, so he couldn't have done it himself.
What a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to Engard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad if the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Is there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else.
What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to...
I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
What? There's still another one?
There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright.
The person who received the bear. Yeah, we still don't know who received it. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... You good?
I just got stabbed in the ass. You can't see it because of the stand, but I'm bleeding. And it hurts.
What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've just, been stabbed. Actually, so, I remembered, vision blurry.
He just starts to pass out at the stand.
I remembered who took the bear.
What? Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm, it was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it!
You've got to be kidding! Not this shit again! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Oh, that's an opening.
Order! Order! It looks like you dug your own grave yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in the little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Hongard is the Nickel Samurai. Nice try, edgy boy. The Nickel Samurai, is that the son of... She's even called something princess. Sort of? I mean, you gotta remember, these are characters of characters in a video game. It's just another show that's similar. Like how Power Rangers has a new season, like, every year. Although, maybe. I think there was something about, like, Steel Samurai and Pink Princess together in one of the Investigations games. But I don't remember much of that, about that.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all clear. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. As well as who it was that received a bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Hongard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Last call for bullshit!
I do. I have an objection!
I will now announce my objection!
Fuck you! There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, I am also an assassin. I called him my client for a good reason. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Hongard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes. Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
I'm sorry, Adrian. You're easily, like, the coolest character in this entire case, but we gotta put you through some more to get Maya out alive.
Adrian Andrews?
Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Hongard for the crime. By wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume.
Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw?
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
But what about Mr. Hongard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. Just be sure Phoenix is making up yesterday at the trial. Sort of? He's not wrong. He is absolutely pointing out entirely true loopholes in the prosecution's theory. But he doesn't... He still does ultimately want to get Matt Hongard guilty. He just needs time. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Hongard's mansion?
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Yeah, it's gonna take you a fucking while to count all of them. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
Who's with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. God, Phoenix is going through it right now. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. You're a good guy, Phoenix.
Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? Okay, but how about his mid-court game? Can you break his ankles, Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory.
Man, Edgeworth thinking like 70,000 steps ahead here. Like, what the fuck?
Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? Miss Andrews herself. It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Yep, called it. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. We're on good pace. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? I'll fucking stab you. But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay! Oh, come on. Keep stalling all you can. I've got a lot of orange juice to drink.
What even is that? Because it doesn't look like any alcohol I've seen. Is it like root beer or something?
What did he do? This is our client. He's the one who had the assassin kill Juan and then kidnap Maya.
Mr. Nick, what the fuck happened to you?
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
Maya?
A really strong power?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. How is it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. Have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Huh? A tent? Oh! Oh my god, I love how they play with the whole fucking spirit medium shtick in this one. I could see a circus tent. Maya summoned Mia, showed her where she was being held, and Mia came right back. Oh, that's so good! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. And as soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, and I can see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? No! You know what? Let her die. There's only one, pal. The Berry Bink Circus. Little did you know, Phoenix Wright. I was the one behind this the entire time. Mock my voice, will you? I'll fucking show you. Oh, God. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox.
So you mean literally every building? Got it!
What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. There you go, that helps.
I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. If he's on the 3rd floor, there's only so many places he can run, other than up.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Hey, Cocky McScarface, how you feel about your odds now? They have phone charges in the courtroom. This is set in like 2001. So maybe? I have no idea. It's probably not 2000. Probably like 2004.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will prove us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Sorry, Adrian. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. I am fucking sickened with you right now. You have every right to be. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why? Why does she? She's so calm. God, she's cool. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Just leave me alone with the bear for a bit. Just hear, like...
As the judge is, like, trying to figure it out. Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Alright. How do you know that, by the way? The puzzle. That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine, except for the fact that it looks like it's been hit with the death by 1,000 cuts.
True enough. The people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Slowly take them apart, piece by piece. Wait. But then why are there, like, little segments on the arms themselves?
Weird. Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. That, like, vanishing effect of it really does make it look like those geniuses who can solve Rubik's Cubes within 10 seconds. Click, 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 click.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
I lost it ages ago, Phoenix Wright. Keep up.
So what did you find after you take the puzzle apart? At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? Fantastic question. I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. How big even is the bear?
About a foot and a few inches, give or take.
Right? I don't have any way of measuring distance right now. It's like almost a foot and a half big, I think. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country.
This looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy. It can never be the same again once it's been broken. Much like a person, wouldn't you say, Phoenix Wright? You don't need to lay on the guilt any further. Please stop. I can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container, or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? And of course, that means Mr. Ongard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corda and Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right, Your Honor. Good job. That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Can you just x-ray this thing? Well, x-ray doesn't necessarily work on some objects. And besides, why go find an x-ray when you have someone right here who can open it for you? I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what this is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corda's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. Just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corda himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I?
God, poor Adrian! Why do we have to drag out this poor woman's trauma over the course of several days?
I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it for her sake.
Oh my god, I feel horrible.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud, to everyone, for the entire world to hear.
Very well!
He just starts reading it as loud as possible. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestine Pax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Corda and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. Oh, poor Adrian. I feel awful.
And that's, as they say, that's all she wrote.
Really, Judge? Does this seem like the time for that?
Time for what? Where am I?
Oh, great. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ongard.
And what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
Matt Ongard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. To be fair, she did just say that he had no way of possibly knowing about it. It's Ongard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. Oh, I clicked the button too fast. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. The killer's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note. Would everyone kindly shut up? And the only person, for the love of God, the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found in the defendant's house. There we go.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. Gavel's already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry!
Just gonna save here really quick. That ought to help and do the trick.
I guess we've inspected the figurine enough. Let's check the note. Hmm? Please wait, Your Honor. Is the jury getting even louder? He's still going at it? It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ongard killed in order to obtain this note. Killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct. Could you kindly shut the fuck up? My entire job is to demand order in the court, and I'm doing fucking nothing.
That seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corda until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ongard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It's just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
Oh, I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
For fuck's sake.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself.
Huh?
I will bring you despair, Phoenix Wright, the likes of which you've never seen. the likes of which this entire solar system has never seen. He does kind of look like Sephiroth, doesn't he? With like the parted hair. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the... I thought that spy camera was in my possession. How the fuck did he get that? That On-Guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. Was there one inside Matt's room, too? Fucking hell, these guys are petty. Both of them are fucking scumbags. The victim, On-Guard, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt On-Guard.
Order! Order!
Pretend the judge yells for it. It's just like freaking Medusa. Everyone in the jury literally freezes. Is that why they all look so static and can only move in 2 frames?
Yes, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Or something like that. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Matt On-Guard's fingerprints were on there?
Wait, why would he be spying his own house?
Huh?
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. On-Guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. You got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Did he not say it was found in the defendant's house? Or did he say it was in the victim's and I just misread? Hey, what's that lawyer thinking? Wait, is that man a bad killer guy? Stop, don't look at him. The way he's sitting is just so nasty. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth was very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. But what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Just kidding, bitch. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What's this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? I genuinely don't know. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Hold it. I should probably save. Just in case. 'Cause I feel like this is about to go sour. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You're beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor, I swear! Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. And your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important. Really? Just stealing her lines now, Phoenix? Hey, isn't that what I just said? So, you're telling me that I forgot something. You are so close, Mr. Edgeworth. There's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Which one? Oh! It only recorded for an hour! Okay, that's valuable. My badge! Take a closer look at it, why don't you? Okay, just gonna quickly... Worth it. Absolutely worth it. There we go. Okay. The camera only records for 1 hour at 8 p.m. Boom, baby! Wait, huh? Huh? So I do believe some special examination is needed. I think the item that should be examined is the defense's gray matter. What? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, I guess... Okay, did I misread that? And it said that there was a camera at the victim's house. It must have been, right? With love, Celeste. This piece of evidence found in the victim's room. Changes footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and transmits the data. But like, okay, how is that not relevant? He couldn't have possibly recorded... I mean, I guess maybe if he got lucky, but that's still like a huge gap in the time period. Oh, the bear.
The beef.
You know the stuffed bear was purchased by On Guard himself. Stuffed bear identical to one in evidence. Identical to one in evidence. Wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Corda and Andrews knows how to open it. Inside the figurine. Okay, it's probably this, the suicide note, the bear, or maybe this, because he's trying to say that he doesn't know. We don't know if On Guard ever saw what it was. In which case, like, why would we choose this over the 1 hour recording? Try it? Nope. Wish this game had an achievement for show. I think there's something like that. There's definitely something for showing the badge. And sadly, the Switch doesn't have achievements. Something you should really examine about this piece of evidence. Okay, so it wasn't the recording. I can't imagine it would be this bear. Maybe it's the suicide note? But why? Wait, the thing went away. It was that was it? That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? Ugh. Oh, dear God. Phoenix. It's to save Maya's life. I gotta accept that. But... oh, this is fucking dirty. Both as, like, a thing for us to pull and for them to pull on us. Because how the hell was I supposed to know that was Phoenix's plan here? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh. Wow. He's really going that way. I'm gonna go ahead and completely just nullify the existence of a woman's last words on this moment before she took her own life. Wow. Wow, Phoenix. Wow.
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. That is a dirty fucking play, Phoenix.
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? Are you kidding me? I'm not bringing up the whole thing happening outside this courtroom with Maya. 'Cause she's in the hands of an assassin who would kill her if we talked? How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. this is a fake, and the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle was the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Engarde. I didn't know such thing. I am so sorry, Adrian. You deserve so much better. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note is a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Oh, fucking hell.
That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Damn right. Engarde is guilty. Look, and any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! 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 People are fucking scathing. Unless the Steel Samurai comes to the rescue! I fucking love that ringtone's still a thing.
What is that sound?
It's the sound of justice!
It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe! What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
What?
I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
We found his hideout, pal. The two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for him, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more.
People are chanting guilty in the stands.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh!
What is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! The little graphic of the phone spinning towards him. Oh, that's so good.
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time.
Court is in session.
Oh!
He just hung up! I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time, I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
I like that they genuinely sound more miffed now. Edgeworth? Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
Can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
30 minutes, or it's free, Your Honor.
Deal!
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today, and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor.
I don't get why you want this right, but sure. Very well. 30 minutes or it's free. At the prosecution's request, the court will now take a 30-minute recess. Be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
He just bought us half an hour. That's a good amount of time. 2:04 p.m. Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report.
Huh? Is that Mr. Edgewood?
We don't have time. Just spit it out.
Right. Looks like we just missed him, sir. The killer left a few things behind by accident and is rushed to get away.
A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence?
Well, I thought you'd ask, pal. I got the things you left with me right now while I'm on my way over.
Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
Jesus, Gumshoe. This man coming in clutch, single-handedly saving this entire case. What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
My hunk of junk card say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Alright, just get here in one piece. 100% getting fired if they find out? Little do you know, he was already fired earlier in this case.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
A gumshoe? Not exactly the best idea. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the fuck? Not another earthquake. Edgeworth, get down! Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. Gumshoe?
No one can stop me. I will consume every brain on this planet.
Oh, God. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? You said he was leaving the tent. He must have just left. He's going to run every red... There is a way! That's right, there is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Von Karma fucking bugged him! And I don't have the thing for it. This? I guess this thing? Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. This is up to me. Oh, I don't think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? What is it? I don't have any right... Uh-oh. Wait, did I just fuck that up? No! I know my client is guilty. What I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Wait, I think I may have just fucked up this case. Hold on. How long ago was the last save? 10, 28, 50. It's about 10 minutes ago. I can speed through that. I'm not taking chances. Because this case has a lot of little minor things that you need to get right. To get the true ending. All we need to do is get through the suicide note thing again. Just need to speed through the text. Really, there's nothing happening here. I don't want to mess this up. This is one of the, most excellently done... Tell me there's multiple fucking endings. Yes, there are! There are several endings to this case. We need to just skip through all of this. I know there's like 2 points where the potential endings branch. One that we're coming up to pretty quickly, and one at the very end. Then there's the call with Gumshoe. And already we're almost back. It's like 2 minutes, it's fine. Phoenix broke the sound barrier. I mean, he is blue and spiky. He could very well just be Sonic the Hedgehog. And we have the red edgelord over here, too. Okay, I'm gonna save here. There we go. See, like nothing ever happened. Actually, I'll save here because that's less to go through. Missing is the yellow genius. Who? What? There's someone in this series who has like a yellow undertone. Okay, one more updating of the save because I don't want to have to skip through all that again and accidentally lock myself into something. There's a way. With what? Radio transceiver? Maybe? It's like one of the only other things we have that could possibly connect to it. Try it. Nope. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Okay. It's not a what. It's a who. Because Francisca put a fucking tracker on him. We need help. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. See, there we go. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. If I'd messed that up, I think I might have automatically lost. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Yeah, no, Francisca is, Manfred von Karma's daughter? Granddaughter. I genuinely don't know. Sorry, been doing this for a couple hours. My throat was getting sore. Okay. Now we're locked in. We can actually progress properly.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Edgeworth, you good? I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Oh, did Franny say no? Fuck.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, could you please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note?
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunate. Wait, what? We have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
Wait, huh? What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It's a fake. Wait, really? I don't remember this.
Order! 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 Every time I say order, that is another minute of your life you will spend frozen solid. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
He's lying? He wouldn't lie, no. Not now. We need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corda. He faked the note to fuck over On Guard. Mr. Corda? Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. Audio cut out? What do you mean the audio cut out? What do you mean the audio cut out? Oh, we're back? Okay, I think it might have just been, like, Twitch or Streamlabs acting up a little bit. The hell was... I don't know. Maybe you should, like... Are you still watching on phone or on your computer? Because if so, if you're watching on your computer, you might want to double-check that. HDMI also carries audio. Oh, never mind then. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Eh? Phoenix, what the fuck do you mean? Present evidence. The defense believes the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. Oh yeah, he was spying on them, but again, it only works for an hour. Are we just ignoring this? I guess this is where Phoenix is going. We need to buy time. That's our objective.
What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right. Camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Yesterday, when I was a kid, back in the days of yesteryear, we had dirt.
What does that have to do with this?
We had dirt. I don't care what you were doing, what it was for. We had dirt, and that was it.
Judge, how old are you again?
I'm old. Definitely old. Very old. But not so old as to be suspicious. Definitely not as old as someone who's been stealing youth for centuries, decades, years. Not at all. I've not been stealing youth. Anyways.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note.
Ah! So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake? And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corda 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? This case is so good because it does exactly what it plans to. It puts you into this awkward and uncomfortable moral situation and turns the entire prospect of this game on its head. In that, now you have to disprove everything that's happening instead of prove everything you know that's happening. Oh, it's so good. I fucking love this case. Even now, it feels more like we're in Edgeworth's place than we're just Phoenix.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who's dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Huh? As you figured. As I
figured. It came down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense here.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Onguard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Huh? Unusual? What sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
I just remembered what the fuck is happening. This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder. That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness?
It's...
Yes? Go on. Who is it? Speak up, young man.
The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, get ready for some even more crazy shit.
Oh, Mr. the Killer. Yeah, you know what? That checks out. Of course he'd know. Wait! Shelley the Killer! You mean the killer? I mean, the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here, to the witness stand.
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Check it out. Look at this shit. Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, if you please. Check it, look at it. They got a radio transceiver. Very good, sir. Oh, and it's even modeled to look like him, with the monocle over the eye on the right, and like the line down the middle for the stitches. That's very clever. I love that. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor?
What? Is there a man inside of that tiny box?
No, it's a radio.
How can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh, no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second.
Eh?
I'm so hungry! Maya! Holy fuck.
The voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. Also, listen to his theme. Yeah. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corda. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corda.
No.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yep, that's it. Bad dream.
Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? This might be one of the crazier interrogations in the entire series. And that's compared to interrogating a fucking parrot. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing?
God, I haven't touched the great Ace Attorney games, because I want to eventually do those on the channel. I only got through the first 3 cases of the first game, and even then, my memory of them is hazy at best. But I hope that in one of them, we encounter Shelley the Killer's ancestor the same way we play as Phoenix's ancestor. Oh, that'd be so cool.
It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Sorry. I absorbed the British briefly. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Okay. This is gonna be fucking weird. Hello, Mr. Tiny Box Man. I must first state. You can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
It's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. To an assassin... Oh yes, we just read this. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
That is why you're testifying in this manner.
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough! Please, no more!
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. It seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You? Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
Judge had better watch himself. God, it's so fucking tense. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
That egomaniacal.
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. Oh god, he can see us. I see everything, Mr. Wright. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Might even impact someone else's lifetime.
Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try to understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know?
We pressed on all of these. So, do I have to present something? The trust between you and your client? But I think this is like what happened with Mr. Powers earlier, where we have to press one thing, get info, and then press an earlier thing. Ah! I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better! If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. That's the reason I am here today on this witness stand. I do believe it's about time There we go. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corda? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. You fucker! The lesbian did it. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client. It is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? Like someone did with Will Powers earlier? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt Ongard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned this witness.
You, Shelley the Killer.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Ongard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. But do we want to? Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there's a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Ongard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me again when you have reached a verdict. Oh.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. This is such a weird situation to be in. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Save. Polish up the files. I don't think I've missed anything just yet. I gotta be careful with this, though. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews. The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. I know, Adrian, I'm sorry.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. Sorry, lady. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
That's...
You even have a motive. This makes things much easier, actually. Let's do it. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes, I know the truth. We have to.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Okay,
I'm worried again that I'm going to get an instant game over if I mess something else up.
Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw his chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Let's get to the bottom of this. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know. But Matt Onguard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Onguard. Even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. It is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Onguard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Do I still have feelings for him? Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Are my hearing aids on?
Right.
But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. You can go home.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. He's finally got it! There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. Trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done?
What should we have him testify about now?
Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
Okay. We are now in uncharted territory, people.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corda was dead. Even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now. I mean, it is an Ace Attorney case. I don't know what I expected, but still, this is fucking ridiculous. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? I don't understand anything that's happening. What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
And I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us. Okay. We have to press him in a way that does not get Maya killed.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However...
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
Yes?
How much is your fee? Yeah, I got some chocolate. You ever heard of a Manfred von Karma?
I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me! You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty!
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
You know what? He's got us there.
Yeah.
Well, a change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt.
Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No. I already told you, I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Beginning that Juan Corda was dead. From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Even more Pauling's... Okay, I'll come back to that. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Why would someone who is requesting a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in, you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. It's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. One thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Okay, what was that? It's this one, right? Most clients wouldn't do it. People try to create an alibi. Nope. Already knew from the beginning that Juan Corda was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client was in the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. If that's really true, that's odd. Okay. So, he thinks it's odd that she knew he was dead. So what do we have to present with? She did say she poured the glass for him. So that's something. Wait, why would she... Oh, yeah, to frame him. I was gonna say, why would she stab a man she thought was dead? But that's kind of pointless. Okay, gonna pause really quick. And I will be right back. Ugh, been going at this for a while. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. So where were we? We're trying to prove that Adrian didn't know that Juan Corda was dead. And the best thing I can think of... Shouldn't planted the knife and button. Broke your rules. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the one we need to present on. Already knew from the beginning. The wine glass makes sense, I think. I think that's our best bet here. Did I save? No, I did now. Just in case. Oh, that was it! That felt a bit loose, but it makes sense. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass?
We're basically doing the first part of the case over again, it seems. Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
Isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
If it was, then why'd she leave fingerprints? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
Sorry, I'm feeling thirsty. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corda's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. He's just saying nothing.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two. Is everyone feeling okay? Something ain't right here. Why am I out of the loop?
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Yeah, the game's not even being subtle about it anymore. You just need new evidence.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
Excuse me. So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
This request, here we go. Nope, don't do that. Exact opposite of that, actually. 1 week ago. Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
I have no intention of this. Please stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time?
There was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony.
I know I just read that, but it's a fun voice to do. Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done that job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, is the testimony just now of any importance? Sure. The testimony just now has made one thing clear. That is, the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. There is a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. Can you tell us about the bar at all?
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Sorry, it's getting dark outside. I wanted to turn on the light. Oh, it's much better. Well, Mr. Wright, the testimony just now of any importance? Tell me. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews. I'm still good. I guess so.
You see, it is just as I said.
So lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. If I run out of the bar thing now, would that mean that On Guard immediately gets declared innocent? And that's still a loss for us? That'd be weird. That probably is exactly what happens. Oh, that's cool. So your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony elsewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Okay, did I miss anything? I think it was this one that got a little bit more info. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. My client is a matter of principle. Establish trust. Just a second, chat. Something's happening. Sorry about that, chat. We had like a nasty heat wave earlier this week, and now we have to have new ACs delivered.
and they should be coming later. Hopefully I can finish up in time. Probably not. Alright. Things should be fine. I can't drag this out to another stream. There's way too little left. Very important. Okay, let's try letting some things go, then. I did press the first one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Actually, I think there was a second chance to let it go. Oh yeah, it's not important. Why he meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Hey! You're a busted metal box boy.
That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Almost right. The testimony just now of any importance. It's very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well.
From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes, I suppose you are correct.
So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Oh, wait, oops. Miss input. That's fine. I'm not perfect. Oh, it's still on the same one. Good. This button. And then... Adrian. Whoa. Why does he have two different photos? And why is he slightly smaller in one of them? If you unzip this... If you undo the stitches on my face, you unveil a smaller, yet perfectly identical head. Wait, yeah. His head's bigger here, but his shoulders are larger in this one. The fuck? Adrian. Sorry, Mr. Killer. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh god. Wait, fix the radio. Shit.
Order! Order in this court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. He always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person?
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh, it's sweating oil. Ugh, that's a lot of oil.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes. Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see. Unlucky for Mr. the Killer. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. He assumed his gender, Your Honor. Her gender. Shit.
Edgeworth, both you and this man are going to jail for bullshit.
What? What is going on?
Shelley the Killer. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well. But this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
All right. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corda and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious. But I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. Maybe not in a court, but perhaps at the end of a long aisle. With another man between us holding a certain book. No matter how strong a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Yes, now I remember. I took the request by mail, he read this. Can you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Just listen to mine. You cannot hope to compare.
It's actually a very coarse voice, but still. Alright then, just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one. Present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client?
Do we?
Oh ho 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 ho!
I think I do. We've come this far, I have to try and prove something here. Sure about this, Phoenix? He must have, because he had to hand off the figurine. Oh, music cut out. So, what do you think?
Mr. Wright, you do realize I can't see what it is you're presenting, correct?
Shit!
You may say, what do you think? However, I am for all intents and purposes a transceiver radio.
Oh, that's right, you can't actually see the evidence.
Well, I don't think this was one I needed to see. I can hear the pure silence in the air in there.
Damn it! Was I thinking too far ahead? Okay, quickly save before anything else goes wrong. No, don't load. We'll save on this one too. I should have definitely pressed everything first. That's on me. And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? I don't know, it's been centuries since I stepped out of my coffin. Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? You have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
This fucking judge.
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and this was for the murder of Juan Cord and 2 or 3 other small things. Could you tell us more? 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Now we press further. Whether or not they're related to this case for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one...
Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase.
And then what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish.
And the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I saw the name at the end of the letter. I thought the client would be a man. We pressed this just in case, but I think that bit about giving it to Adrian is right.
So you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once? I did once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine.
Yes, I see.
But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time.
A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing.
Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Is there a contradiction? I don't know. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. On Guard, and at the time, he was not wearing his Nickel Samurai mask. Wait, huh?
Oh ho!
Order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness!
Yes, that night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to the various rooms. Is that so wrong?
Huh?
The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person.
I'm sorry, but sadly we are not nearly so generous here. I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays. Why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. Isn't his salary more than enough for one man?
And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money. Give it up. I want the roll on my desk by tomorrow. What am I going to do with it? None of your business.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
you know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client.
Oh, no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know?
Oh, I know and agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time.
I'm sorry. Please forgive my foolishness.
If only you were this apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness.
Let's reach the end of our rope here. And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we will end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in. Oh yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Okay. Find the bear figurine to give it to Miss Andrews. I didn't press this. I found this figurine at Mr. Engard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Minor contradiction. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Think it over again? As long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here, pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous.
It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue.
Okay. Save. What's the oldest one? This one. Okay. We press, and then we go for the evidence presenting. Alright. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Engard Mansion. Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Why? Why couldn't she have been the recipient? Because we found the suicide note inside and she would have gotten rid of it. Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item? Phoenix Wright, are you fucking serious? I am a box. I am currently a metallic box, projecting exclusively sound waves. I cannot fucking see.
I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
This fucking judge. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Phoenix, we may have fucked up here.
Order! So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. That's like the closest thing to a shout I can do with that voice.
Order! Order! Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please, not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, Bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution...
What has come over everyone? Even you are...
The prosecution... rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Are you even speaking English anymore?
Just
starts melting into a puddle. Yes, Your Honor.
If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ongard, would be declared innocent. How much longer can I drag it? Do you understand the principle of clearing a client, Phoenix? You know what, let's just put you through the tutorial again, just in case. In his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder.
I'm gonna save again, because I don't remember how I'm supposed to go with this.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ongard, to the stand.
The others from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? Took him fucking long enough.
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least in the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Not even bothering, huh? So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Ongard?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Okay, maybe we did this right, because this seems like a lot of pomp and circumstance for a game over. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Oh, I want to skin him. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
You'd better get Ongard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ongard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right? I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ongard, is... I'm sorry, Maya.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Ongard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ongard is...
Objection!
Oh! Oh! Francisco von Karma! Franny coming in clutch! Let's go!
What are you doing? Ow!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here, in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old colt this is.
That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
Now who's in a corner, you fucking cuck?
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No. The murder weapon was strangulation, and then there was a knife stuck into him. The pistol has nothing to do with it. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. The second piece of evidence is his videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Tell me more. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Holy shit. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. He violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Well, we already know that he was dressed up like that. No. Thank you very much, Miss Von Karma. I think that's enough. That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
Just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is who is the client.
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor! Please, allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. I'm tired. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second.
There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. Oh, I think we're finally here.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? No way, you slimeball!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then, you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, chat. Pay attention. And invoke the biggest brain you possibly can. Because this is one hell of an ending. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
Oh, right. Who, not what. Shelley the Killer. He hasn't been here this entire time. He hasn't seen a thing.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The one piece of evidence that they were the most desperate to see.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Gotta keep things simple for the dialogue tree, of course.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Here we go. Maya, she's okay, right?
I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial. Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
You know the contents of this tape.
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Here we go. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews?
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you. Isn't that right? Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt Ongard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail you. He said so himself.
Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer?
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
What if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Ugh, fade to red. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item.
Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. So, Mr. On Guard, anything you'd like to fucking say now?
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what just... Ah!
Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Let's see him fucking squirm. Yeah! Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me?
No fucking way in hell. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
Let's hear what the client has to say. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't want an acquittal anymore. We've finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief? He pleads guilty. Matt Hongard. Oh wait, if I'd chosen innocent, would that mean he definitely gets murdered? Dang it. Ah, well, Shelley can take him out in prison. And this way also clears Adrian. Yeah, okay, this is the right way. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! Guilty, guilty, guilty! Fucking deserved. Yes! We got him!
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. Oh, goody! Perfect! I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Truly the best ending we could have hoped for.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Okay, that one was a bit cold, but I know what he meant. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Yes! She's free! Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. And she's independent too! Truly the best ending! Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits. That is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
That voice is getting to me. Damn. March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You still get paid no matter what. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty. Right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ongard, is Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Yeah, if we had chosen wrong there, we would have been fucked. Right! Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Oh gosh, she vanished fast.
Pearls.
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. Why'd she punch you?
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Oh, this is poor fucking kid.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
this is on Karma.
Oh! Franny, you just saved our ass. I salute you.
About earlier. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy.
I don't think you'll ever understand, Ms. Von Karma. This is where Francisca finally gets the character she deserves. We finally see that she's actually been broken by this whole concept of perfection.
How dare you!
Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. When I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses, the truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. That a boy, Edgeworth! Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
Truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Huh. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
We can forgive him. You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. Abandoned. Alone. Broken. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with, God, I keep forgetting that, was because I believed in the things you said to me. Because I wanted to see you again. That, you cannot convince me these two are not gay for each other. Phoenix probably bi. Actually, both of them might be bi, but definitely both are after each other. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago... Excuse me. 1 year ago I had gasped. I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool!
Miss Von Karma?
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Huh? Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. We'll use it. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. Now that we're back together. God damn it.
Nick!
Hey! Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, that is very sweet.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got On Guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Sorry. Of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost too early.
Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're alive?
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Oh, this poor kid's starving, right?
Alright, I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Oh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food, grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
Phoenix burgers. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. More like a pride rib, if you ask me.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth. Please.
If you insist. Dinner was right after all this time.
Alright.
So how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food.
Uh-oh. Where are we going? Ah, back here. March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby.
Gumshoe! Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Well, I'm never sucking another brain again. Now that I know how it feels to have my own head cracked open.
Character development! Gumshoe, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? Oh, goddammit.
You did it again, city boy. I feel like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Promise.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I plan to murder that man.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. You're all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now, although I'm a little bit chilly without my extra coat. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, we're all just specks of dust on specks of... Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not supposed to be getting existential right now. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective.
Huh? Me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, you know, what's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, so... Wait, huh?
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item.
Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Ooh, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
I've lost that voice a little bit.
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that? Don't worry, she'll be convicted of murder one more time before we're done with the trilogy.
But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary.
I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. Where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Huh. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Yeah, we got the happy ending we needed. Beep beep, beep beep. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up.
Huh, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably bust or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton. She hasn't eaten in days, Phoenix. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? Oh, finally. This is a thing I messed up in my last time playing this game. I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Here we go. Thrown away by Francisca von Karma. It has a certain mysterious nostalgia to it. That's the blessing she put to fix the judge. Here you go, bud. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Yes, Burley? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearl, that's a felony. Stop it.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's just carefully sidestep that kind of gross topic. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask, everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
Excuse me.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then, if you say so. Just like you, Nick. That is almost the end. We still have a little bit after this, but... Okay, so... Oh, right.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it.
Letter?
I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now.
And there's going to be more.
Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Oh, you have no idea, Maya. Tatsuro Iwamoto. Good on you. Okay. This game... Oh my god.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners.
Stop it.
So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
How? How did they allow like an 8-year-old kid to do that? Okay, well I still have a chance. Has one of the best cases in the series. He's absolutely offset by the absolute worst case that comes right before it. Hey, Gumshoe.
Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go was bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong to everything is the only way to live, pal. Just like that telephone pole.
That fucking circus case, absolutely miserable. The other cases in this game, pretty solid. The Maya one has good implications for the lore. This one was very engaging and amazingly written.
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Good luck, Maggie. They did a pretty decent job of writing killers for these games, I think.
Yes, I'm here to visit a patient. You can never escape me. The most disgusting being in the entire series. I will never die.
I don't care. Get out. Go. Die. You don't deserve a single additional line of dialogue. My god. I found the villains relatively engaging. The first one, not so much, but, It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I hate you.
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes.
Too true. Thank God we didn't have to see him. This game was especially fun to go through. I had a lot of fun doing voices, even more so than the first game. No! Get back!
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humors. Mo curves represent.
Oh God, stop. Die. No, I don't like any of you. The only reason I did Moe's voice is because his voice is very fun to do. But yeah, God, the lore in this game got fucking weird. We made up a whole bunch of shit that felt unnecessary. Best character? Nope.
What's this? Right, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me doing this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days.
And she, yep, goes berserk. Oh, and she's opening fire again. Sorry, wait, what was that about 3 warehouses burning down? What? Oh, she's at it again. And, yeah. Maya's aunt and Eenie Meenie, very engaging. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
She's wonderful. She's the best. I love her. I love Adrian. She did nothing wrong. She tampered with the crime scene, but only pointed things out for the... Uh-oh.
It has become difficult for me in this country of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services,
please be sure to visit my homepage. www.killerdeals.com. Oh my god. Now trending on Twitter. He would have a fucking Twitter page. Oh, it's finally time. Okay, I'll fucking give the proper analysis of how this game went. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International departures, gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca?
There you are, Franny.
How did you know I was here? With this. That... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash. I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Kammer's daughter. There we go. Finally, a moment in the spotlight for her. I've been mocking her the entire game, but she is still one of my favorite characters. The sheer pressure she lives underneath to live up to that legacy, knowing how it ended too, and to face the very same men who ended it. Of course she broke it and made some mistakes. I'm just waiting for her to get her redemption. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. My mother commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. That really is what it is, isn't it? He was a lawyer too. Goddamn. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I am not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Oh, did you mean this?
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? Is the only other lesbian in the entire series?
That's mostly headcanon, but she's cool enough, I think.
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Francisca von Kammer. Oh no! Oh, my heart. This is the portrait that literally changed every single opinion I had about her. I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, my Zetress. You gotta love her. This poor fucking girl. She's been through too damn much. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Nick. Very well done. God, that case is so good. Okay. But yeah. They did very well with a lot of characters' themes and as some of the like other soundtrack parts of the game. Let me just save really quick. Oh, never mind. Guess it did it for me. The circus case, not the second one, it's the third. The worst case I have ever done in this series by a wide margin. And to sandwich it between two of the better cases, that is a little bit disappointing. If it wasn't for that, this might have like a strong place as the best game in the series. I wouldn't know about the later three, but the first three, this is one of the best. The only one that might surpass the one we just did is the finale of Game 3. But we'll save that for another time. Well, let's go find you guys someone to raid, shall we? So good to have this done. Those voices. I love this game, and I love doing these games, but they do deserve, they do need a little bit of a break here and there. Just so I can rest my voice. Let's see. Oh, looks like someone might be going through the exact same stream as us. Rosen Star. Oh, and LGBTQIA supported. Absolutely. Alright, chat. Make sure to be nice and supportive, and don't spoil anything for them, or I will erase you. For legal reasons, that's a joke, I swear. But you all have a wonderful day. And this is the third of our weekly finales. Tomorrow, we rematch Mortigan. And I am going to tear that bastard limb from limb. Until then, you all take care, and I will gladly see you again tomorrow. Goodbye!